You just don't get craftsmanship like this anymore.
Yo Joes! We've had a lot of fun on this channel over the past few years, tearing the time portal open and traveling back to the golden age of heroes. But today's video is going to be a very serious topic.
Let's get down to serious business.
Because today, we're not talking about fashion, we're not talking about skill, we're not talking about character. No, we're talking about something even more vital that defines a man. I've got a feeling...
Kind of a mustache feeling.
a lot of you guys are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
Excellent, excellent.
We're talking about mustaches.
Mustache. Got that feeling. Oh, yeah. Mustache feeling in my soul. Got that feeling. Cool. From my lip down to my toe.
The elegant lip scarf. The biscuit duster. Soup strainer. Power bar. Whatever you call it, the mustache has been a symbol of raw ruggedness, coupled with meticulousness, poise, and nerves of steel. Probably because one of the major signs of fear or panic is a sweaty upper lip, and the mighty mustache hides the goings-on of the pores underneath the nose with a forest of thick, bushy thistles.
This is so nuts. I mean, listen to what you're saying.
Derived from the Hellenistic Greek word moustache, its nomenclature evolved to the French word we use today. My first experience with the power of the mustache was very early in my life. My dad had one, and it was an epic one at that. We're talking the full magnum. I remember dreaming as a kid of the day I'd be able to sport a nose beard like Dad, or Angel Eyes in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, or Lionel Richie, or whichever one from Hall & Oates had the mustache. It should be Hall, because the mustache must come first. Ah, darn. No, it's Oates. Oates had the mustache. Anyways, since I wasn't able to grow one as a kid, and case in point, I'm still dreaming of the day I can grow a thick one, I learned early on that there's more than one way to have a mustache. Action figures! Since the Masters of the Universe line had seemingly adopted a no-stash policy in its early years, and Transformers wouldn't introduce the world to robotic stashes in plastic form until Scourge's sweeping stash in 1986, G.I. Joe was there to show fans the power and polish of the face lace. This request comes from good brother Adam Hurt from the Patreon tribe.
It's a countdown. For what?
The top 5 G.I. Joe mustaches. Without a doubt, the most difficult list to assemble yet. Look at all this finely coiffed face furniture.
Hey, my mama didn't raise no mountain goats.
Can't tell it by looking.
I mulled over the choices for quite some time and wasn't making any progress with whittling the list down to only 5. So I remembered what old Jack Burton always says at a time like this, even though he didn't have a mustache.
Old Jack always says, what the hell?
Actually, another wise man once said something similar, and he did have a mustache.
What the hey?
What the hey, indeed. Here we go, top 5 G.I. Joe mustaches. Number 5 is Corporal Andrew D. Myers, codename Footloose.
Super suave, man.
The figure bears a striking resemblance to Magnum P.I., one of my favorite shows growing up, featuring somewhere between a chevron and a walrus-style mustache, full and slightly curling around the edges of his lips. The figure looks like he's all army and all business. They decided to go in a different direction on the animated series,
Freak me out, man.
giving him a more far-out personality and a pencil-thin mustache. But the figure has that steely grit that says, 3 eyebrows are better than 2. Number 4 proves that villains can have monumental mustaches as well.
Dr. Mindbender.
Cobra's mad scientist Dr. Mindbender has a Wild West mustache despite his penchant for sci-fi. Look at the size and fullness of that thing. It's like he searched through the catacombs of history's greatest mustaches and used their deoxyribonucleic acid to bioengineer his own super mustache.
Magnificent! Better than I never dreamed!
Hail Mindbender's mustache! Number 3 belongs to a later Joe who came after the Sunbow series. There's no animated footage of him that I'll acknowledge.
No way! No, Joe!
Yuck. Deke.
I'm sorry.
Private Aaron McMahon, codename Ambush, sports an epic a la Suvorov that joins up with the sideburns. It's basically a beard with the chin shaved, and it's like the gestalt of mustaches, combining with the rest of his hair to give him super camouflage powers. Number 2 is a name I'm sure most Joe fans have been screaming since the beginning of this video. No list of greatest figure mustaches is complete without Corporal Daniel M. LeClair, codename Ricondo.
That's it, baby. Come to Papa.
G.I. Joe's jungle trooper kept things classy in the steaming, sweaty swamps with a subtle handlebar mustache, perfect for hanging canteens off of to stay hydrated. And the first on this list is the first Joe mustache, Sgt Lonzo R. Wilkinson, codename Stalker. He may have only come with one accessory in 1982, but he also included something that none of the other OG-13 had. No, not the beret. I'm talking about his mustache. It was just like Stalker himself, a natural. That's my top 5 Joe mustaches, and Adam sent me his own picks.
Number 5, Dial Tone. He's a socially awkward guy who reminds me of a teenager who grows a mustache to look more mature and cool.
Right.
Number 4, Ambush, because he seems to be the only Joe with a Franz Joseph-style mustache.
Good pick, Adam.
Number 3, Ricondo. His mustache reminds me of Magnum P.I., and that's a good thing.
It figures.
Like I said, no mustache list is complete without him.
Number 2, Mutt. There's something about Mutt and his mustache that reminds me of a bare-knuckle boxer from the late 19th or early 20th century. I can just picture a black and white photo of him in the ring engaged in fisticuffs. And number 1, Wild Bill. I just had to go with that huge cowboy mustache. It's always fun to hear that Yee-hoo! Bellowing out from behind that stash.
And some honorable mustache mentions. The Mustache Brothers from Other Mothers, Bazooka and Alpine.
Fudgies!
Say what?
Fudgies!
Roadblock, whose soul couldn't be contained by a mustache alone, so it spilled over into a soul patch below.
You better leave that power line right where it is.
Major Blood, because only a guy with a mustache could have killed General Flag.
Goodbye, G.I. Joe!
Vehicle Driver's Dogfight and Keelhaul. The Marine Mustache Trio, Gung Ho, Leatherneck, and Sergeant Slaughter.
Well, looks like we earned ourselves some R&R in downtown Bangkok.
The Snow Stash on Windchill. And Beachhead.
Very funny.
Hey, you never know what's under that mask. And that's the greatest G.I. Joe mustaches. Now you know. And now you'll grow. Sorry, significant others. Thanks, Adam, for the super fun request, and to the entire Patreon tribe who have and continue to provide this channel with power, because my upper lip certainly isn't. And some Patreon tribe community announcements. Welcome to new members Lee, Jason Williamson, Derek Neveau, Jake Lloyd, and Gaz. And thank you for the increased pledge, Kryvac. That extra cheese is greatly appreciated. If you've been enjoying these videos and you're not part of the Patreon tribe, please take a moment to give some appreciation to all the amazing folks who are putting down their hard-earned dollar or more to help produce these videos. Much gratitude, good brothers and sisters. Let me know your favorite G.I. Joe or Cobra mustaches in the comments below.
What do you think, primitive?
Feel free to share the video if you enjoyed it, and to join the tribe, subscribe. Nerd Mustache.